Hello guys, today I'll be talking about how you can set up SonarQube uh, all on your local SonarQube server, the SonarQube MCP server, everything, and we will do a quick experiment, exciting experiment to see everything in action. So let's get started. So I have already set this up. I have I have I have composed this in the form of services. So I have got SonarQube, and it, as you know already, it requires DB as well. So there is a DB setup already, and the SonarQube service itself, which is nothing but the Docker image that they officially provide. All right, so let's get started. I'll just do a quick Docker compose up here. And there is a third service as well, so we will get into it a bit later. So you see this one, SonarQube scanner. So this is basically a command which is run, which you can run in the terminal itself, but I have prepared this as a service. So whenever I want to run a scan in a particular project, I just run this service. So this is just an alternative. So yeah, let's get our hands dirty. So I'll just start all these services, and thus you can see a quick health check of this. Have everything started? Yes, everything is done. And now if you go and have a look at localhost 9000, you'll see we should have seen this, but I'm not sure what's wrong here. We'll just take a pause. Yeah, there we go. We have SonarQube already here. Now I have already created a username. I will just log in using that. All this should be familiar if you are familiar with Sonar. And already I have run an analysis on a repository that I have. The repository that I'm talking about is this repository itself. So I have run this analysis here, and one cool thing that I'm about to show you is about MCP servers. So to get the MCP server working, you just need to run a certain command. This is the command that you need to pass. I will just run the command and let you know what are the requirements of this command. So this is the command, but since I'm trying to configure, so Claude already has that in my list of MCP. So if I list MCP servers here, you can see MCP servers. I have got MCP server for Stitch. I have got other MCP servers, which is one of them is SonarQube. So and you can see just got connected. So for the purpose of demonstration, I will just remove the MCP for SonarQube. Let's just do that. Claude MCP remove SonarQube, and it should be removed. Well done. Bam, we have removed that. And if you now do Claude MCP list, it takes a little bit of time, but if you do bear with this, you will see there is only one service that is connected. There is no other MCP that's added. So let's try to add it. So we have a command that we need to run, which I just showed you. And this is the command that Warp already. And by the way, if you want to know more about this amazing terminal named Warp, just comment below and I will make some videos on that. You see, and it has been added. Now if you do MCP list, we should see the list of two. One maybe, but one of them would not be connected. It's fine. You see this is failed to connect, but we will see why and how. So it requires two environment variables to be passed. One is SonarQube token and one is SonarQube URL, and which is basically these two will be passed to the Docker image of MCP, which I have already downloaded. How do you download that? You just do simple Docker pull SonarQube MCP. Okay, and since I already have that, I suppose it will not try to download it, and yeah, I already have that, so it will not download it. We are good to go. We'll just need the last things, which is set this and this. how do you set this? You'll have your own ID. So meanwhile I set it up, I will just pause my video because see, these are the secret tokens. How do you generate a secret token? I'll just quickly show you, and then we will start. So how do you need to generate a user token? How do you generate a user token? You go here and then your security, you generate a new token, right? How do you make sure that you put this as your user token, and once you generate it, you will be given a token. You can copy it and paste it in your environment variable. How? I can quickly show you that as well. You go here and you say export, you say this, and it will be done. Okay, now I will just pause the video for a moment and then get back to you guys after I export these variables into my shell environment. And you can see I have exported these two variables, and now you can run these commands. It says already exists because we will need to do once. I'll remove it and come back to you again. Let us try to list the MCPs that we have. You see now we have all this connected. We ran this command and we have I read it again and we have this connected now. So now you can use this SonarQube to query in your natural language what do you actually want this to be, what the data you want, what are the suggestions you need. So let's do a quick testing. So I will ask Claude to use the MCP for SonarQube and fetch me five items that need my attention right away. And Claude will go ahead and do its thing. What happened? Now you can see I ran the command, got the token, set everything up, and now you can see it's connected. Seems guys there was some issue with my login, so I have just successfully logged in, and I will try to give the command again. Let's see what happens. It will do some magic stuff, and let's see what it does. I'll be back when it churns out some results to us. So you see it has come up with some answers, and so meanwhile it does that. I'll try to explain to you guys how everything worked. So I have my pencil in my hands, so let's get ready for some lessons. So yeah, you see this pointed out the usual stuff that that SonarQube does. So what happened actually was we had this just clear this up so that I can free up some space for us to write. So what it does, like we had our SonarQube, right? SonarQube actual server that we're running, it was running at port 9000 localhost, and similarly we also had our MCP server for SonarQube that was also running on our computer only. So all we needed to do is to point this server to this, so that now our Claude could freely question, query, and take a peek at the information that it had to share. So it will just whenever you prompt it as a user, you prompt it, it will go to Claude will think and decide for itself if it needs to refer to SonarQube. Then it will make a call to MCP server, which knows all about the APIs of SonarQube, and it will go ahead and make a request, HTTP request here, and it will get the information in return, and it will get back, it will process it, and it will give back to you. So you see, this is the whole flow. Thank you. If it helped you, feel free to like this, and I'll be back with more helpful videos.